Welcome to Malabar College of Engineering and Technology online class. Today I am going to explain how to find the Fourier integrals and transforms of functions. Fourier integrals and transforms have important applications which are used in signals, waves, etc. that I am not going to discuss here. I am just explaining how to find the Fourier integrals and transforms of functions. For that, we must know some formula. The first of all, I am going to explain how to find Fourier integral representation of a function. So for that, we are using the formula f of x equal to integral 0 to infinity a omega cos omega x plus b omega sin omega x d omega, where there are two parameters a omega and b omega, which is obtained by using the formula a omega equal to 1 by pi integral minus infinity to infinity f of v cos omega v dv, and b omega, the next one is b omega equal to 1 by pi integral minus infinity to infinity f of v sin omega v dv. This is the first formula we are using. The second one, Fourier sine and cosine integrals. For finding the cosine integral of a function, we use the formula f of x equal to integral 0 to infinity a omega cos omega x d omega. And note that for finding cosine integrals, there are only cosine functions, and for finding sine integrals, there are only sine functions in the formula we will see. So in that we will see a parameter a omega equal to 2 by pi integral 0 to infinity f of v cos omega v dv. Similarly, for finding Fourier sine integral of a function, only the difference is in place of cos omega we have tried sin omega, and in place of cos omega here we have tried sin omega. The remaining things are same here, and we write the parameter instead of a omega we write here b omega, and the remaining things are all the same. Next we have to find the Fourier cosine transform of f of x. This is Fourier integral representation of f of x. The above three formula we have discussed. The next one we are going to discuss how to find the Fourier cosine transform of f of x. Here we use the formula f of x equal to root 2 by pi integral 0 to infinity fc omega cos omega x d omega, where fc omega, the parameters, the c represents for cosine function and s represents for the sine function. So fc omega, the parameter fc omega is equal to root 2 by pi integral 0 to infinity f of x cos omega x dx. Similarly, for finding the sine transform of f, as before I told you, only the difference is in place of cos omega x we have tried sin omega x, and here also fs omega, for finding fs omega we have tried in place of cos omega x we have tried sin omega x, and here in all these places we see that the integral is from 0 to infinity, whereas for finding integral representation of f of x we will see a omega and b omega, we will see it is integral minus infinity to infinity. So note this difference. Also, for finding complex Fourier integral of f of x, we use the formula f of omega equal to 1 by root 2 pi integral minus infinity to infinity f of x e raised to minus I omega x dx. This is called Fourier transform of f. And here we have an f of x. F of x is equal to 1 by root 2 pi integral minus infinity to infinity f of omega e raised to I omega x d omega. This is called the inverse Fourier transform of f of omega. And then again, note that while integrating, finding the integrals and transforms, we use the formula for integration, integral uv dx, which means integral of two functions. First function is u, second function is v. How to integrate this function? There is a simple method for finding the integrals. We integrate like this: first function into integral of second. The integral represents the suffix 1 here. So v1 means first integral. First function into integral of second minus. Here we have to differentiate this first function, integrate the second function. The derivative is represented by u dash, and integral is represented by first, second, third represents first integral, second integral, third integral, fourth integral, etc. So we have to differentiate here the first function of u, integrate the second function of v. So differentiate, integrate, differentiate. Here we have to differentiate, here we have to integrate it. Minus, here we have to differentiate, here we have to integrate. That is this function u double dash v3 etc. And we note that it is alternate minus plus etc. The formula will come like that manner. Next, we have to discuss how to find the Fourier integrals of functions. For that, I am taking an example. Express f of x equal to 1 in the interval 0 pi as a Fourier sine integral and evaluate integral 0 to infinity etc. And the other value is 0 when x is greater than pi. So the value is existing only in between 0 and pi, that is equal to 1. So we have to find out the Fourier sine integral of this function. For that, I am taking the formula which I have discussed earlier. So I am writing Fourier sine integral of f of x equal to integral 0 to infinity b omega sine omega x d omega, where b omega equal to 2 by pi integral 0 to infinity f of v sine omega v dv. This f of v represents the function f of x itself, which is equal to 1 here. So while writing 1, we have to write the integral value, we have to integrate from 0 to pi here. 0 to pi we have to integrate. So it will come 2 by pi. Integral 0 to infinity, f of v is f of x here, it is equal to 1 sine omega v dv. And 1 into sine omega v, it is sine omega v dv. And we have to integrate from 0 to infinity this value, integral of sine omega. So while integrating sine, we have to see what is integral of sine. Integral of sine is minus cos. And it is omega v here, so we write omega v here. And we are integrating with respect to v. So we are considering the omega as a constant. So we have to divide by this constant omega here. So divided by omega will come. And if we are differentiating, suppose, so we have to write multiplied by w here, omega here. So now the limit is from 0 to pi. So I am writing here 0 to pi. And this 2 by pi omega, I am taking 2 by pi omega out. And this minus also I am taking out. Then applying the upper limit and lower limit. Upper limit is pi here. Lower limit is 0 here. Lower limit is 0. Upper limit is pi. So I am applying the upper limit pi here. So in place of v, we have to write pi here. So this will come upper limit. It will come cos pi omega. And I have taken the reverse order here. No problem if we are writing in reverse order. Minus, and if we take the lower limit 0 here, it will come cos 0. Cos 0, we know the value of cos 0 is 1. So I am writing here minus. And we know upper limit minus lower limit will come. So it is cos pi omega minus 1 will come. And for multiplying minus here, we have to take the opposite here. 1 instead of cos pi omega minus 1, we have to write 1 minus cos pi omega. So that I am writing here 1 minus cos pi omega. So instead of multiplying by minus, I have to write this in the opposite manner. So this is our b omega. So what is b omega? B omega equal to 2 by pi omega 1 minus cos pi omega. Now we have to apply the b omega value in the above said formula b omega here. So we will get like this, f of x equal to integral 0 to infinity, then b omega is 2 by pi omega 1 minus cos pi omega, that I have substituted here, and the remaining is sine pi omega x d omega, which is equal to, this 2 by pi is a constant, take it out. We cannot take omega out because we are integrating with respect to omega. So this will come 2 by pi into the remaining is 0 to infinity, integral 0 to infinity, 1 minus cos pi omega, that is 1 minus cos pi omega by omega. This omega I am writing here, so it is by omega. The remaining is sine pi omega x d omega. So this is the value of f of x here. And there is one more question here. We have to find the value of integral 0 to infinity 1 minus cos pi omega by omega sine x omega d omega. So while comparing these two, we will see that the same is here. the same, 0 to infinity to till d omega, the same is here. So we have to take this 2 by pi to the left side of f of x. So I am writing this integral 0 to infinity 1 minus cos pi omega by omega sin omega x d omega, which is this from here to here, equal to this 2 by pi. I have to take the left side, so it is pi by 2. 2 by pi will come upside down, it is pi by 2 into this f of x, and we know the value of f of x, which is 1 in the interval 0 pi and 0 when x is greater than pi. So I am substituting f of x equal to the first value 1 here. So this is pi by 2 into 1, which is pi by 2 in the integral 0 pi, and pi by 2 into next is 0 here. So pi by 2 into 0, I will get 0 here, which will come when x greater than pi. This is what about the Fourier series Fourier sine integral of this given function, and this is my first part. Thank you for watching.